I'm interested to know what Nike is paying Colin Kaepernick and what this deal entails, whether it's just this one campaign for Just Do It. And the best guy to ask is our business insider. He knows all of this stuff, Darren Ravel. Joins us now on the show. Darren, is Michael, Don, and Peter. How are you today?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Yo.
Doing great. Do we know how much Nike's paying Colin Kaepernick?
I do not know. I know that they've been paying him since at least 2011. I know there's been a report that he's now going to have a signature shoe and there's going to be a whole merchandise line. That's not from my reporting. I do not believe he will have a signature shoe. I don't think they're going to make an overt business out of this. Not to say that this is not a business move and it's just a social move, but it is a business move. But I don't think it's going to be as overt as them, coming out with the Kaepernick shoe, that's ideal for kneeling or whatever. It's not going to happen.
Now, was it just around the 30th anniversary of Just Do It, or did something happen over the last few months to make them believe that this would actually be financially beneficial to them?
Don, I think, listen, over the last 6 months, if you just look at what's happened, even in the last year, that athletes that they support, including, most importantly, LeBron James, who they have a lifetime deal with, obviously he's not afraid to speak out on social issues, on issues that he thinks he can affect change on. And I think that's kind of pushed Nike in a direction. That combined with the fact that I think the biggest risk for Nike right now is to not take risks. They've had Under Armour come into their space and get as big as a $5 billion brand, and Adidas has gone back to retro, and I think Nike's been in a safe place, and I actually don't think safe is comfortable anymore. And I think they've been pushed by athletes who, we go from the bland Michael Jordan days and stay out of it if you want to be effective, to the times that we live in today where Durant and LeBron and their biggest guys are pushing it.
It's interesting because you mentioned Under Armour, and they kind of took a hit, Darren, from Stephen Curry, because Curry didn't like the fact that I believe the owner of Under Armour said that the election of Donald Trump was good for the company, right?
Yes. CEO Kevin Blank said that. He was originally on that board, that panel that Trump arranged that got disbanded because so many people within the companies that had enlisted in that had taken such a hit that they basically just disbanded it. And Under Armour has their own problems. But yeah, listen, they had certainly extensive conversations about how this would affect them. And I think at the end of the day, they had to take a guess that this was going to be a net positive. Certainly, I know that they did not think that they would win over the day or have as much relevance as they did yesterday. I mean, Labor Day is a weird day to drop that. But man, did they own the discourse yesterday. It was they were 1, 3, 4, 5 on Twitter, and everyone was talking about it.
Do you believe, Darren, that they consulted with the NFL before this, because they're in a big-time, big-money partnership with the NFL?
I am not led to believe that they did. I know that our Dan Graziano is reporting through his sources that they did not, that the NFL learned about it on Monday when it came out. Now, technically, he's not an NFL player, of course, but yes, I mean, they have this deal that they just re-upped for another 10 years. In March. So it would seem that if you are putting a person on a pedestal who is being sued or is suing for collusion, who is an adversary of all voters, you would think that there would be a heads up. But at least what Dan's reporting is there was not. So it's kind of shocking. I mean, it's another story with the NFL and the unraveling of the NFL and their relationships with their players and their sponsors. It's like, when does this end?
They have to know that the president's going to come after them pretty hard, probably demand a boycott of all of their products. I'm sure they're
Yeah, I
prepared
think
for
people
that.
are, Don, I think people are surprised it hasn't happened
Right,
yet.
but now, they know that's going to come. What kind of effect do you think that can have, if any, on them?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they certainly played that through in their mind, and I feel like people maybe they say that those that are supporting Trump and who do think that Colin Kaepernick's protest is a protest of the national anthem itself have already gone down that road and are already the shoe burners and the people that are going the other way here. And so, the fact that Trump goes all in, I guess they could say, well, it doesn't really matter because the people who he kind of moves they're already gone that way. They've already gone that way. Those are the videos you see on the internet. The people going nuts saying they won't buy another Nike shoe. But Nike's really focused on the youth, and they don't think the youth, the 15 to 17-year-olds that they're targeting, they don't think that Trump resonates with them.
Darren Ravel, our business insider here on the Michael Kay Show. It's been reported widely that Nike stock is down like 2.3%, but that's a little bit unfair because a lot of the athletic footwear stocks are down because of the NAFTA situation, which is kind of up in the air. So I don't. Would you agree that the 2.3 is not a big deal?
No. Yes, it would have had to be, and that's really the indicator that I was looking for today. Because you'll never find out whether this had a major impact. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Nike does more than $30 billion in annual business. It wouldn't be like next quarter they would report that Colin Kaepernick had a good or bad impact on the business. But what you would have seen, I mean, the stock price is the key indicator of sentiment, of financial sentiment, and what it's gone down today is not significant. Now, if it was 5 to 8%, and Under Armour this year has gone down at least 5%, 4 or 5 times, then I would say it's significant, and this is clearly, since there's no other news, an indicator that people who own the stock are not happy with the Collins situation, but that's not the case. No way.
All right, Darren, we thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Got it.
Thank you.